Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're here today with another Sims 2 speed build, and this is part of my Pleasantview Renovation series. Though I do say that quite loosely because this is one of the Pleasantview starter homes. I can't remember what number, but it's the one next door to Brandi Broke, so this is Woodland Drive. And I'm pretty sure this is also the cheaper of the two trailers. So in the two trailer starter homes in that district, one is like 12,500 simoleons and the other is 12.7 thousand simoleons. So I usually always just go for the cheaper one because I'm not entirely sure what the difference is, and I'd rather have the extra 300 simoleons to work with. But this is going to be the Oldies house. Now, as I mentioned in the Burbs renovation, I did do a little bit of cheating and I gave them some extra money. I thought, particularly for the Oldies, they would definitely have more established houses than, you know, the 20,000 they had in the sim bin. So that is what I have done. Now, there are still some areas in the house that I would like to improve and some that need improvement, but they have all their basics and it doesn't look bad. I just feel like at their age, they wouldn't have nothing, you know? They've had a whole life to acquire things and build up possessions and, you know, build up their house. And although they've obviously downsized, is my thinking anyway, it's my headcanon. I don't think the family bio says anything about a downsize, but I'm assuming they lived in another town and then they've downsized and moved closer to Mary Sue now that they're getting older. But now that they've downsized, obviously they don't have quite as much as they used to, but they still have, you know, enough. But yeah, I really like how this renovation turned out. I think it looks really nice. So you can maybe see Herb and Coral just chilling in the garden there. I have just given them their makeovers, that's why they're in their outerwear. Don't mind them. I will obviously change them back into their everyday before I start playing. Yeah, they've got the cute little window boxes, they've got the cute little shutters, and I think the trailer is looking really good. So I think I gave them like an extra, might have been 5,000, just because I did want them to have, you know, a nice looking trailer. But I think it's turned out quite nice. I think this is maybe, I wouldn't say it's my favourite renovation, but I remember when I did it, it was one of my favourites. But I've done quite a few now, and each renovation I do, I just think the interior turns out so much better than the last. So I'm like, oh, this is my favourite. Oh no, this is my favourite. This one is definitely my favourite. So the Oldies doesn't quite make the cut anymore, but I'm still very happy with how it turned out. So we have the master bedroom, which we're doing here. We also have the bathroom, then this sort of spare empty room here. This will be a room for a child that the Oldies are going to adopt. I quite like them to adopt. Like with Coral's bio, she is a family sim. She always wants a big family, and she only has Mary Sue. So I do feel now that they are both retired, now they have, you know, the free time and a little extra money, just so they can pay the fees and stuff, they would adopt again. So that's what we have set this room up for. And I just think it's nice having an extra child in the neighborhood. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always like the sort of surprise of who we get to, because I always really want them to get a boy. Though I don't think I've ever adopted a child of the Oldies and had a boy. You see, I have this kind of, oops, sorry, I hit the mic. I have this kind of headcanon that Bo Broke is gay. So I always really want the Oldies to have a son, just so I could pair them with Bo Broke. I am quite sad because in the Pleasantview that I lost, they had a girl called Julie. And Julie, Oldie and Alexander sort of became friends, and I thought an Oldie goth sort of pairing would have been very interesting to play out. But sadly, that was not the case. But here we are working on the kitchen, and I have gone for this nice sort of mint colour. Because I do feel like retro kitchens and bathrooms especially were usually bright and colourful, just because that was the thing back in the day. So I don't have an avocado bathroom, sadly, but we do have a nice retro mint kitchen, which honestly I would love a bright and fun kitchen like this in real life. Maybe not those counters. I'm not a massive fan of dark wood, but like a bright fan fridge and cooker would definitely make me happy. I've also had to change where I place my washing up liquid and sponge, as you could see me just putting down there, because I found out that where I was putting it before, it would cause my sink to disappear. I learned that in the Burb household, so I need to go back into my other lots and make sure I haven't put that piece of decor where it's going to knock my sink away. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Stuff shouldn't be placed there anyway, and although I had moved objects on, it's still going to affect the object that was originally there. The Sims 2 is probably like the most finicky of the games, so you know, it is what it is. I had quite a lot of fun cluttering up this kitchen though. I have the little cabinet where I can put all the sort of jars and spices and things in, and I thought that was really fun because I'm kind of hoping that Coral gets into cooking. Usually when I play her, although cuisine's not her one true hobby, she does usually always roll the want to enter a cookery competition. And my thing is, I feel like all older women are good cooks. And I 100% know that's not true and it's just like a stereotype. But like, if you think of like a grandma's house, you think of coming in and being like overfed with the best kind of food, you know, the nice, wholesome, home-cooked meals. And I really feel like, you know, Coral is a whiz in the kitchen. Though I don't actually think she has much cooking skill at the start of the game, if she has any. I can't remember. But I do feel like Coral is just this sort of master chef. And she can make the most like comforting and like wholesome dinners. And yeah, I really want her to get into cooking. So I had fun doing her kitchen. So we have a nice little dining area. I have kind of changed out the layout of this house a little. Well, not like the walls or anything. But how I normally decorate this house is I would have the kitchen along the wall that we're looking at just now. And then I have the dining room like in the corner where the kitchen counters are. Though I've kind of changed it up this time. And I think I like the way it flows a lot better. Having like the kitchen on like the far side, then the dining room flowing into the living room. Rather than having like walk-in, kitchen, dining, and then living room to the side. So I do really like the flow of this, and I'm gonna stop tooting my own horn, but I am happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really cute. The cooker hood's kind of clipping at the top of the cabinet there, but I'm not going to be looking at the top of the cabinet that much, so I don't really mind it. We'll just see if it's maybe stops being functional or something. The one room that I'm not a massive fan of is actually probably their bedroom. I'm not the biggest fan of their bedroom, but you know, I might change it. We'll see. I have the nice like oldie timey sink. I've got the wee sort of country shower. I'm pretty sure that came with seasons. I'm not entirely sure. The sort of adopted child's room, that doesn't really fit the same sort of vibe as the rest of the house, but I do feel like they wouldn't decorate that in the way they would decorate the rest of the house, because that's not going to be their room, you know? So I do feel like they might have asked like Mary Sue or Angela and Lilith, you know, what would be nice, because a child's obviously not going to want to like live in like an adult room. So I do really like how they've made it nice and bright and colourful. And yeah, I think the child's room is probably one of my favourite rooms in the house, though I quite like how the bathroom is turning out as well. I can't remember if I afford curtains or that for the bathroom, but I do really like it. I'm not normally a fan of green, but like I said earlier about like the avocado bathroom suites, this was kind of the closest I could get, and I do really enjoy it. I do think it's turned out quite nice. Yeah, I'm happy with the renovation. I'm looking forward to playing in this house. And I didn't mention it at the time because I was talking about something else, but I've also added in a garden area for Herb. So similar with John Burb, Herb's one true hobby is nature. So now that Herb is retired, I do want him to sort of focus in on gardening. And I also think it would be quite a nice hobby that maybe him and Coral could do together. And I've also given him a bee box. So this is actually a functional bee box, as far as I'm aware. But I've never used it. We know The Sims 2, no, The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 have bee boxes, but The Sims 2 does not. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can get from the bee box. Like, can we harvest honey? You know, that could be a nice little side hobby for Herb. I don't know if that will give him nature enthusiasm, but the garden definitely will. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that with him. We'll see if he wants to go back to work. I'm not entirely sure. Usually he always rolls the one for a job and an affair, but you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think I've said this in every Pleasantview build video, but I'm just so excited to get in and playing with these Sims again. Like, oh, Pleasantview just, it makes me happy. It really does make me happy. I just live for the Sims lore. I love it. It's so dramatic and, you know, love it. I'm also kind of overusing that rug because I am pretty sure that is the same rug that I have in the Burbs bedroom, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I have quite a lot of custom content rugs, but I was really struggling to find ones that I wanted and that matched well. So we'll see. Maybe I will add more. Though, I don't know. I'm kind of at the point with my custom content collection in The Sims 2 that I do feel like quite content with it. I feel like I have enough things to like nicely decorate. I feel like I have enough color variations for certain things. You know, some of the things that I was unhappy with, you know, I can now change, and you know, I'm happy with that. So, you know, we'll see. I have noticed my game is taking a bit longer to load now. I think it's because I haven't compressed all my CC. Like, maybe if I did that, it would load faster, but it seems like a lot of work, so I'm happy just to wait the 5 minutes. I understand that 5 minutes isn't like a long time to wait, but my Sims usually loads like instantly, but now I've just added so much into the game, it's like, no. But I need it all. I need it. I've never used these loft beds before, so I don't know if the bag underneath them is going to affect the functionality of that ladder. I hope not, because I have cluttered under there in another build, because there's another house that has a loft bed. I also hope like the desk and the chair and things are going to be functional under a bed as well. But here we have this like nice sort of minty cushion swatch with that couch that I thought matched the rest perfectly. And we also have this really cute retro mint TV, and I love it. Love it, love it. I am really happy with how this house turned out. It's really cute and colourful, and I like it. I have noticed like with my OMSPs, the stuff tends to float a little, so I don't know if maybe I need to get different ones, because these ones came with a kitchen cabinet set I got. So I don't know if, you know, maybe I need to just get like a different set of them, just so they can go to like different heights or whatever. But I'll be honest, the floating doesn't really bother me at the moment. Wait until I'm trying to take a nice screenshot, and then I just have like these floating candles or whatever. I do think we are coming to the end of the video now, so I am going to wrap up here. I do hope that you have enjoyed it though. Let me know what you think of the Oldie renovation. Is this a house fit for the Oldies? Do you like it? If you have enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. I would really appreciate that, and it would mean the world to me. Also, I think we're coming up to like my first year on YouTube, so that is super exciting. I mean, I will be honest, I didn't really expect myself to sort of keep up with this for this long, so this is really fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!